Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be looking at some settings in Call of Duty Warzone as well as Call of Duty Modern Warfare. As most of you guys should know, there was a patch that just came out last night which actually added a brand new setting to Call of Duty Warzone and Modern Warfare that affects controller players greatly. This is 100% an excellent thing they added to controllers, which was previously in Fortnite, and that is the Deadzone. And what that allows you to do is get better control of your aim as well as your controller. Along with that, and obviously the ADS sensitivity multiplier, it's going to allow you to have a lot more control of your aim. So you're going to see a lot more players on controller that are going to get a lot better aim with the Deadzone. So we're going to take a look at those settings, and what I recommend most is compared to what is default. We're going to be talking about the very simple settings that affect Warzone and which ones I recommend most for a few simple reasons. It's going to be not that long of a video. We're not going to go over every single setting that exists in the game, just the ones that matter the most and which ones are the best ones you guys need to 100% using to give you guys the best settings for Call of Duty Warzone. So like I said, the first thing we're talking about is the Deadzone, and what this affects is your joysticks and how much you have to move your joystick for it actually to register. Obviously, if you have your joystick with a very low Deadzone, meaning your response is faster, it's going to be a lot easier to get more control. But at the same time, if there's a lot more response, you could literally barely even touch your joystick and it'll move, which in some situations might affect your aim. So what comes default with the brand new Deadzone setting is 0.05, which is actually extremely low. So I personally recommend switching all the way up to 0.1, which that means about 10% of your thumbstick is going to have a Deadzone, meaning that if you barely move your joystick to that initial 10%, your thumbstick will actually not react in the actual game. So it's very hard to kind of understand, and once you understand it, you'll fully understand. But basically, if you move your joystick 1%, and obviously if your Deadzone's 10%, it's not going to register in the game. Your aim in the game will actually not even move. So this is definitely what's going to help improve your overall aim and give you better control of your thumbsticks, which I 100% recommend. So what I personally play on, like I said, is 0.1. It's somewhat in the middle of, you get a lot more of a Deadzone, so your thumbstick's not moving while you're just randomly sprinting or something. Gives you a little bit more control, but if you put it like anything above, 0.25, 0.3, 0.4, which is max, there's going to be a massive Deadzone. You're going to have to move your thumbstick very, very far in order to get it to react. So I don't recommend playing anything above like 0.15 or 0.2. Just depends on what you're comfortable with and what kind of joysticks you have, because obviously most of you guys should know I do play with the Scuff, which has very, very good joysticks, and I also have different size joysticks on there. So my left has a little bit of a faster reaction. Some of you guys might play with Control Freaks and that kind of stuff, so I play on a lower just because my joysticks have a little faster reaction due to them being a little bit taller. So that's pretty much it for the Deadzone. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Like I said, I recommend playing a little bit higher just because it's going to have a better control for you. And as far as the settings that matter the most that affect Warzone, in the recent patch, they also changed the mini map, which is one of the most important things I recommend to change. They have the original, which is just a circle, and then they also have the brand new mini map, which is the square mini map, which is actually bigger. I'll showcase the screenshot on the screen. You guys can see what it actually looks like. Gives you a little bit more of a view of the map, and obviously it's a little bit easier to see in a square versus a circle. You'll be able to see exactly how the building looks and stuff. So along with that, you have the mini map rotation, which I play disabled, meaning if you're traveling north, your minimap's always going to stay facing north. It's not going to move in a 360-degree angle. I played for one game with disabled and I absolutely hated it. Enabled is what's been around in the game for however long you guys have been playing COD, so I just recommend playing enabled. And there's two different controller settings which I recommend, which are going to obviously affect in Warzone specifically. The first one is the use reload behavior. Basically, the difference between the three is tap to reload. Is you press square, it's going to reload. If you hold square, it'll allow you to pick up guns. What the tap to use is it's hold to reload, which I prefer. Tap to use, so it's a one-time tap of the thumbstick, will allow you to automatically pick up guns and that kind of stuff, which actually makes your looting faster. I used to play tap to reload, which I did not like as far as looting, because if I'm trying to pick up some bodies, trying to loot somebody's loot really fast, with tap to use I instantly tap one time, pick up the guns and that kind of stuff. I actually have not tried contextual tapped, and one time I did use that. I really wasn't a fan of it. And then the other one is going to be in the slide behavior. Once again, putting on the tap just due to the fact that obviously if you're trying to slide around, you're trying to dodge people, a lot of times you get into a Warzone fight, you're trying to run away from enemies or dodge sniper shots. With the tap to slide behavior, it's going to allow you to slide faster and quicker, which is obviously going to make your movement a little bit more random. And then the second part of that is what button I use to slide. My button layout preset is set to tactical, therefore my slide is on my right joystick by clicking the R3 button. So those are pretty much the only settings I've learned that affect all of Call of Duty Warzone. The biggest thing people are probably going to ask, my ADS sensitivity, my aim response curve type. I play on dynamic. It's going to give me the best overall control of my thumbsticks along with that Deadzone. And my ADS sensitivity, I play 0.7. With them adding a new Deadzone where it blocks some of your thumbstick, I lowered my ADS sensitivity down just a little bit because I feel like with that new Deadzone, as far as when I move my joystick, I'm still going to have a little bit more control. So those are all my settings for Warzone. Hopefully they help you become a little bit of a better player. I'm going to be uploading a full in-depth guide on how to get better at Warzone very, very soon. So if you guys want to leave a like, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and leave a comment down below. What Deadzone do you guys play on? And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.